or two. I hit the button and I hit play. So it says that we're live.
Okay, I'm gonna take a huge sip of coffee right now.
Ready, go!
Intro.
Totally, we're going, by the way.
Big job.
Welcome to the Itch Network podcast, where we discuss all things happening with movies and video games. I'm Spencer, and I'm talking with my good friend, Ninja C. Ninja, how are you?
I'm doing great, Spence. How are you doing, bud?
Pretty good. It's been a minute.
Technically, it's been many minutes, but we must go.
We must not get held up with semantics right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took off some time. You had some tests, I think, and then we had Valentine's Day. I had to take the old lady out to an Italian restaurant because that's what you do on Valentine's Day. You go Italy ways. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, did you go to that really high class restaurant? Is Olive Garden? I think is that it?
No, it's Olive Garden.
Oh, is that how the Italians? Oh, okay.
On Valentine's Day, you pronounce it that way. Yeah.
Gotcha. Is it like Spence's Le Spence in French?
Yeah. Yeah. It was super, super fancy. We got all these breadsticks. I said, eat up. However many you want. It's Valentine's Day. You get all you want.
Carb up. What is she like?
Yeah, carb on
Trying to
it.
be a weightlifter or something?
Yeah.
Get those carbs.
She's gonna run 5 miles afterwards. No, it was a good time though. It was a good time. We did not go to Olive Garden. That would be a basic bitch kind of thing. We went to a non-chain restaurant.
Oh, those are the greatest, man. The mom and pop joints.
Yeah, where you have to like double take on what the name is because you don't remember. You're looking at your phone, looking up. It was good. It was a good time. But we're finally back to celebrate the return of the podcast. We're on episode 22. According
22
to
already,
the
man.
fake number situation I've devised. So we're at 22. Yeah, I think about like 15 in, I was like, we should start numbering them. And so I just threw a number on it. It was based on some data, but I don't know how accurate it is. We might be one or two off.
Doesn't Joe Rogan do his? But like, he probably has somebody that he delegates to do his numbers.
Yeah, he's up to like 2,000 something, which is crazy. We got to get to work, man. We got to get rolling.
Going steady, man. Going steady. The tortoise wins the race.
We got not a lot of news today. It's just an easy day back, but we've got some movies you're going to talk about. We got a rumored Google console that's been going around for a while, but there's a little extra info right now. Reggie Fils-aime, that's how you pronounce it. Fils-aime has retired from Nintendo. It hasn't officially started. It's going to happen in April. More news on that. And his replacement has a very funny last name.
Is that a prerequisite to replacing him, that you had to have a funny last name?
Yeah. His is Fils-aime. The other one is funny for a different reason. So stay tuned for that. Because you're going to...
Wow.
You're going to be holding your tummy and just chuckling for a good minute. And then I'll just talk about some of the video games I've been playing. But, as always, we like to start out with movies. So, Ninja, what have you been watching?
What have I not been watching? So these are all pretty new movies, 2018, even though it is 2019. So I'm gonna start out with the one I like the most. Not biased at all here. So if you want to pull it up, it's gonna be Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines. Okay, heard about this one.
So Mortal Engines. You ever? I know you're not a big anime fan, but it just reminds me of How the Moving Castle.
Okay. To all you anime nerds.
Yeah, so you might
some
just
moving
gonna reference that real quick.
Okay.
So let me read off the IMDb what they think. Oh yeah, it's very anime-like. It's post-apocalyptic world where cities ride on wheels and consume each other to survive. Two people meet in London and try to stop a conspiracy.
Can you add clarification to consume each other to survive? Like, are they cannibals?
Literally, it's a city eats city world.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those movies you just really need to suspend your disbelief and shovel that popcorn right down your mouth.
Oh, okay. I'm really good at that.
Just shut the old brain off, man. I think that's why I liked it so much, man. It's got Hugo Weaving in it too, man. Come on, Hugo's always the bad guy. Like when it, never the bride, always the bridesmaid. But yeah, Hugo's in it and some other people. So
Hugo and others.
Hugo
and others ride a castle that eats other castles. Did I get it right?
Yeah, it's like Robot Wars, but with castles.
Is it like a steampunk thing? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, it can be a little steampunk. I think what happened is the technology got destroyed and they had to like reinvent it and stuff, man. So it's like,
how did the apocalypse happen in this one?
Boom, big bombs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the old Albert Einstein quote, like World War III is gonna be with nukes, and then like the fourth one's gonna be with sticks and stones, maybe big bombs.
No, I never heard that before. That's interesting. Because we're gonna blow up everything and have nothing.
Well, it's it might be in a book. Reading Rambo.
I haven't read that book. We have movies and video games. Why am I reading a book?
I know. What is this? Not 2019. But yeah, it's enjoyable. There's actually like a cool robot character that just it kind of steals the show. Visually, it's awesome, man. They put some money on the screen. Again, that's why I like it. Nice visual movie.
Well, there's an irony to it because I see it says from the filmmakers of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. When I think of great visuals, I think of Lord of the Rings, and I think the exact opposite of The Hobbit. Which one does it skew more towards?
You're like, I don't know. I think they're pretty good. I think they're I mean, they're not like Avatar level, but they're definitely better than Transformers.
What's the CGI to practical on this one?
Oh, it's pretty CGI heavy, man.
Ugh, okay.
I mean, that's just the world we live in, dude.
Well, maybe I don't like the world I live in.
What are they gonna put some models on some wheels for the? I mean, these cities are literally on tracks and wheels, man.
How freaking awesome would that be to have a bunch of model cities on wheels?
Yeah, no, I don't think those people have jobs anymore that do practical like stuff. I'm sorry, man. They've moved on to other stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Those did pretty well. There's a lot of other countries' posters. Man, that poster art's interesting. God.
All right, so what's it really about? Two people meet in London and try to stop a conspiracy. What does that mean?
Are we just giving it away, or do we kind of just do like full out spoilers for it? I don't know if we wanted to start holding back a little bit.
We're not doing spoilers, but give me more than that sentence.
Well, it's a revenge story. The person that has like you're seeing on the IMDb page I'm looking at is has like a past with the bad guy and kind of recruits, but crosses path with the other person, and things happen. And there's a wall.
All right.
And a big fight at the end.
Let me put that as Ninja C says things happen when asked about plot details.
You can quote me on that. Things do happen.
I'm adding that to my thing. Mortal Engines. Things happen. Okay. Very good. There's a wall.
Maybe tagged as social commentary. It's interesting.
Huh. All right. So you said that you liked this one more than the critics. The critics we got a Metacritic score of 44, which is God, I don't know what's good and bad. I know it's not great.
It's in there with a pretty unbiased view.
You know what's funny with Metascores? I'm trying to so if it's yellow, it means it's average. But what is the true, like, what's the true baseline average? Because it couldn't be. It's got to be like 60 or something. So anything below 60 is bad. It couldn't be like.
Yeah, you got to know the baseline before you can really.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but it sounds like it's less than average. Well, I would guess a 44 for a major release.
Yeah, I'm looking on IMDb. Somebody said some great CGI, and that's about it. All right.
Yeah, well, that's harsh.
Yeah, it's a little harsh. I mean, the character development is a little shallow. Yeah, no, then I mentioned it. I'm thinking of the robot being more of an interesting character. When your robot's the more interesting character, then that's not too good. It's probably not.
Wasn't that the case with Rogue One?
Uh, yeah, but that voice actor is awesome anyway, man. If you ever say, shout out to what is it, Tucker and Dale or whatever,
Yeah.
that independent movie where they spoof
Yeah.
horror
Tucker and
movies.
Dale versus
Great, a
Evil.
friend of mine. It's a great movie.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about what score do you give it?
I'll give it 7 out of 10. Mobile city eating cities.
It's a mouthful.
Turn into Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
Cities that eat cities.
that does sound like that would be an interesting Dr. Seuss story.
Yeah, visually I can imagine it, man. It would actually be. It'd probably be a great seller there. So
All right,
terrible poster art though. Can we just do an episode of like how poster art got away from like actual artists doing it to some kid on a Mac doing Photoshop?
what do you mean? This one right here, Some Scars Never Heal. That one?
Yeah, the one she has. It's just a picture of her face with like a cloth.
Is there significance to that?
Yeah, she's like hiding scars, man. Like, but no, I'm saying like, remember like look at like Indiana Jones or the old Star Wars like posters and stuff, where you could kind of see all these characters and this action.
The only movie
and,
that still does that is Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. No other movie's gonna do that.
yeah,
I think they might have a copyright on that. on,
okay.
on creative movie posters.
Creative, good movie posters. Okay.
This is a Bird Box reversed, I think.
Bird Box reverse.
Cover your mouth.
I never even thought about
Cover your
that.
mouth, everybody.
That's a great angle. Bird Box reverse.
No.
I hope that's died out by now, but
I absolutely think it has. Nobody gives two shits about that anymore. All right, what's next?
all right. Popular demand from a friend of mine, Danny. If you're watching, this is Overlord, 2018, an hour and 50 minutes, and we got a freaking rated R movie
Woo!
in this day and age. What? Because the rest are PG-13.
Written by Billy Ray Cyrus.
What? It's Billy Ray, man. I'm pretty sure Billy Ray he's probably trying to get his daughter under control.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She comes into this movie like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, I bet.
She killed
I
the
don't really
Overlord.
know, though. I don't think there's like super well-known actors here, so.
Mathilda, or is that supposed to be Matilda? Olivier, Wyatt Russell, Jovan Adepo. Yeah, I've never heard of any of these people.
There's a depot. A small. So I'm going to elaborate on one more because it just has a small group of American soldiers find horrors behind the enemy lines of the eve of D-Day. So
it's like an alternate reality.
Yeah, it's like an alternate. Isn't Wolfenstein like kind of an alternate reality type thing? There's a few games out there that cross that ride that line.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit better synopsis, but I don't want to like just verbatim write it off. So the opening scene is really great. Friends of mine did recommend just like watch at least the opening scene. So it's kind of like a bombing paratroop jump. So it's reminiscent of like those war movies.
Saving Private Ryan.
This movie's gory.
Well, it's got blood splatter on the cover. How about cover art here? This cover art's pretty damn good, right?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where you have like multiple things on here, where it's not just like a headshot of somebody. You see all these characters. You see it's like the blood spots or the parachutes. It's pretty creative.
Oh, I didn't even see that because it's so far away. Yeah, the blood spots and the parachutes. That's cool.
The upper corner, you got the actual
plane
aircraft. So yeah, I mean, it starts at a good pace. It kind of reminds me almost of what's his name, Bad Robots Company, JJ, because it kind of starts out, boom, let's, no brakes of pride, let's pump the gas here, let's get it going. Okay. So they drop in, some things happen, not good. Some people die. Some people get
Isn't that the
captured.
same? Isn't that the same plot to Mortal Engines?
Yeah,
Things
it's like,
happen.
You know what? I think we got an ongoing theme.
Things happen. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Things do happen.
Is Overlord a remake?
No. I think it's fairly original.
It's a joke because
There
that's
is,
the same
you know
plot.
what, though? There's
Same-
kind of,
It's
I
the
don't
same
know
plot.
if I can say the term zombie in it.
But it's some form of zombie.
Some form
I
of
mean,
zombie.
on here on IMDb, it says Overlord cast shares zombie apocalypse survival tips. So,
Yeah.
how are they different than regular zombies?
Let's see. Are zombies usually like super strong?
Some of them depends on which.
Yeah.
Depends
Well,
on which,
this one's like these are kind of fast. They're more like it's more like a super soldier serum that brings it back to life. I just think of it in that.
Is it like
that
a
regard.
what was it? 30 days later, 6 days later.
No, you're right. You know, yeah, like no,
Whatever that
28 days later.
28 days later.
Yeah. The other one you're talking about, the 30 Days a Night, is probably the one you're talking about.
No, it was definitely 28 days later. I just couldn't
okay.
remember the
Because
number.
that one's a good one too, man. The 30 Days a Night. That is,
No, it wasn't. It was not a good
I like
movie.
scary. It's scary.
Oh yeah, was Josh Hartnett, right?
You're gonna get yeah, Josh Hartnett, man.
It was not good.
Actually, he's still active.
That's no good.
That movie scared me, so I didn't want to go to Alaska after that.
Oh.
I'm not checking that box off. No, there might be vampires on a boat. Sounds like a Lonely Island song. But...
There's vampires on that boat.
There's vampires there. Gee Williger.
We need you to go to Alaska. You mean where the vampires are? No, thank you.
So I'm gonna regard that. But it's not like a super high budget movie. No, I'm not saying like it's the opposite of Mortal Engines, but yeah.
All right, what
Yeah, because
score?
it's only like 38,000 for the budget. Is that pretty? I don't know. Like Marvel movies are so inflated.
38,000 or 38 million?
No, 38 million. I'm sorry. Those zeros, they play a number on me.
We just bought some firecrackers down at the state
Jimbo,
end.
can you go to the corner store and get some firecrackers?
Yeah, we need to make this scene pop.
Oh my God! You know why? The trivia. This is the first movie that from Bad Robot to be rated R. Of course, it's JJ's company. That's why it feels like that.
Wait,
okay.
This is the first one to be rated R?
Yeah, from the Bad Robots.
Didn't they do Shaun of the Dead? Was that not rated R? Wait, was that Bad Robot? Maybe that wasn't even Bad Robot.
I'm not sure, man.
No, it probably wasn't even Bad Robot. I'm
I
probably
don't
just
think that's
stupid.
Bad Robot. It's been for a while.
All right. What score do you give it? Do you give Overlord?
Gotta be careful with this. Might get some hate in the comments. Observe people. Let's see. It's entertaining. You're not gonna have some kind of revolutionary life change watching it, so fairly pass. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Zombies walking around again.
All right, 7 out of 10. That's a good score. That's the same score you gave Mortal Engines. Same plot too.
That's it. They're making the same movie. They're just doing tweaks to it.
All right, what's next?
All right, here comes the stinker. Robin Hood, 2018.
I wonder if things happened in this movie.
56 minutes. No, I don't really care about this movie. So this is Robin Hood. They've remade. They got Robin Hood Men in Tights, which is actually the best one. But
Yeah.
they have another Robin Hood. They have the Costner one. Then they have what's his name from Gladiators. Look at the third one. It just didn't need to be remade. I watched this movie and fell asleep twice during it.
Well, it says it has mind-blowing fight choreography. Is that not true? Are they misleading me?
It's just a lot of it, like it has no soul to it.
What's the plot? What's the plot of Robin Hood?
It's Robin Hood being Robin Hood. Like they didn't reinvent the wheel, man.
I've never seen a Robin Hood that isn't Men in Tights.
Never seen a Robin Hood movie
Just Men in Tights.
in your life.
Yeah, I swear.
Did you avoid it like a anti-vax?
Well, it never interested me. It steals from the rich, gives to the poor. Who cares?
Yeah. I'm just gonna refer to this one. This reviewer, watch the classic. Some films don't require a remake. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say like it just didn't need to be remade. You know, it's literally rob from the rich, give to the poor. Made Marion's a love interest. Jamie Foxx is the mentor guy. The sheriff of Nottingham is the guy that's like the bad guy on Star Wars and Ready Player One. The costumes are outrageous.
Wait, hold on, slow down. The bad guy in Star Wars. There's I don't know if you knew this, Ninja, but there's like 2,000 Star Wars now.
Is there a few of those guys? Oh man. Okay, the more recent.
Got to be more specific. Snoke?
Yeah. The one that is in Rogue One that walks like 3 miles that didn't need to if he had just put the
Wow. So you said he's a bad guy in Star Wars, and you meant the one offshoot movie that has like nothing to do with any of the other ones and isn't even called Star Wars. Rogue One.
It's the best Star Wars movie ever. Stop it.
Oh my god.
You know you love it.
All right. So he's the guy that neither of us know his name because he was that good of a villain.
Alan Rickman will always be the best sheriff of Nottingham. Heck, I would take the Disney animated Robin Hood over this one.
They never mentioned that.
It has
movie,
better
do they?
music. It has better songs. It's a little tune. Come on.
I have to take your word for it. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, like the costumes are just out of this world, man. It's like a different reality and stuff.
This costume I'm seeing just on this image right here looks like it's from now, and this movie clearly looks like it's supposed to be taking place 200 years ago.
Feels like there's no respect to the source material.
Yeah, this looks not good. Looks like Metascore is 32, which is definitely bad, and the IMDb score is 5.3.
Majority of this point, yeah.
What do you give it?
I give it 3 out of 10. Shoot yourself in the foot with some arrows.
Well, that's no good. No, any redeeming qualities that make it not a 0 or not a 1?
It ends because it's not 2 hours completely. It's an hour 56 minutes.
Well, it's close.
I hope the actor that plays Robin, was it Taran? Whatever, he goes back to that great James Bond, updated James Bond series. He's good in that. The Golden Circle, and Jamie Foxx plays somebody else in history because he's good at that. These roles just do not suit them, man.
All right.
And then the guy from... Did you see Ready Player One?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about? He's the bad guy.
Never saw it.
How did you not see Ready Player One? It has so many great video game and movie references.
I don't believe in watching anything for references.
Okay. Well, you know what? At least you stand behind your principles.
I take nostalgia and I throw it out the window. I ain't watching anything for nostalgia.
Screw that nostalgia. Can't tell me what to do, Dad.
All right. Now you're going to revisit a review.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. I rewatched it. It was I still like the first one better, but I think I was a little harsh on it. I don't know if we can instant replay the review that I had.
Cool, let me do it. I can do it.
Modern.
I can do a quick instant replay. Here we go. Hey Ninja, what happened in Wreck-It Ralph? Things happen. All right, let's fast forward up to now. All right, we're here. Oh,
it was exhausting, right?
That's a good review.
No, I think it's good. Well, I didn't know. I really just wanted it for the bunny scene that wasn't in the movie, but then they put it in the after credits. That's just what I wanted to get, because he goes pancake, milkshake. Have you seen that?
No.
It's like in the trailer and stuff. But
I very rarely watch trailers, if ever.
Yeah. Oh, expensive.
Like, even with video games, I don't watch them.
So,
Even with video games, I like when Metal Gear Solid, the newest one, was coming out, I didn't watch any trailers. It's like, why do I want to watch the trailer? I want to play the game.
yeah, you just want to go in there,
Yeah.
clean experience,
Yeah.
unhindered by any bias. Okay.
It's like if there's like, oh, a trailer just came out for this movie. It's like, oh, so that movie's coming out. Great. Why do I want to watch a trailer of it?
Yeah, you know what? In your defense, man, like they usually do like one trailer, it's kind of a teaser, and then the second one shows a little bit more, and the third one is the movie itself.
Yeah, they just reveal everything about it.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is Aquaman that I saw during Christmas time.
They just showed like a little snippet of every fight in the movie.
I don't know, man. I could have just watched the trailer and been like, oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Could have just saved me some hard-earned money. But no, I don't know. It's great to watch with your kids. You know, I didn't get to see it with my kids or family and stuff during the holidays, so I think I was a little bitter toward that. And then, you know, if you get it on Blu-ray, it'll probably have some great features you can watch with the family. So,
All right, so a little better than your review of it. Okay. Well, we've got some video game news. But before we do that, just going to go over real quick what I'm playing right now. I'm almost done with Kingdom Hearts 3. Expect a review of that pretty soon. Going to try a different format for reviews. Going to see how that goes. I'm playing... By the way, Kingdom Hearts 3 blows. All right, next thing.
wow.
I'm playing Etrian Odyssey Nexus, which I'm absolutely loving. If you like dungeon crawlers, this is a must-have. It's super, super good. It's very, very difficult, though. And I think my only critique might be that the difficulty spikes it spikes very unevenly. Like, some parts are kind of a walkthrough, and then the part I'm on right now, it's just like constant death, go back, constant death, go back. It's like losing a lot of ground. It's just weird. The fights are unnecessarily difficult. But not the local enemies. It's just like almost like a boss fight roulette or something. It's weird. Not very good. But I'm slogging through it. And then I'm also playing Batman Arkham Asylum. I'm replaying that game.
Oh, I love that game, dude.
Yeah, just playing through it, I'm like, this game is still so good. Like, games have taken from that, and not let go. That is the game that everyone's just kind of built around.
Set the standard, man.
And it does Zelda in a lot of ways better than Zelda did.
Wow, I like that.
Like, I remember, I'm thinking about Ocarina of Time, like how great that game was. But it has that clunky menu system where you have to like open your inventory and pick an item out and assign it to the C buttons. And this game, it limits how many there are, but it just assigns it to that little. You hold L, and then you get a little menu, and then you select which one you want to do, and you don't need to go into any inventory. You don't need to load a new screen. It's so seamless, and it has just the right amount of complexity to the controls where it's not overwhelming. Like, games now, they're trying to cram in like 5,000 different modes of play into one little controller, and it's a nightmare. I can't believe they're still trying to do that. Like, just enough where you feel like the controller has enough buttons. And Batman like hits that sweet spot where it's just beautiful. Graphically, it's so impressive still. I mean, you can tell it's from last gen, but it's doesn't change the fact that the lighting is great.
Are you playing it on PC?
I'm playing it on the PS4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it.
See on the PC if you updated the graphics and had a card, it might scale a little better.
It might. But it's remastered on the PS4. But the game wasn't built for it, so you can tell. Like,
gotcha.
It's a little outdated, not by much, but you can tell. The voice acting is top notch. You got Mark Hamill in there. He's always great, and just everybody's doing a good job there. I mean, that's the difference between newer
Kevin
games.
Conroy the voice in it? Because he's like the animated Batman.
I think he is. Although I'm not...
okay, so you have the strong the strong team of the animated Batman and animated Joker.
Yeah. I guess if you want to talk about voice acting in a weird way, that it has that last generation, all the NPCs kind of sound and look like doofuses. That's just kind of how games were. They're not. It's not like they can go back and fix all that. So you kind of got to look past that. Nowadays, they spend a little bit more time making that not the case. Like for the good games, I mean, for crappy games, it's still crappy. But you look past it, you're okay. Controls are amazing. It's super fun stealth action, which I'm such a sucker for. I'm not at the part where it's really stupid, where there's like a giant Joker monster. I'm sure when I get there, my eyes will be rolling in the back of my head, but I'm not there yet, so I'm having fun. So really, really love that game. I got it for like $7 on the PS4 PlayStation Store. Totally worth it. It came with Arkham City. I'm not going to play that, but it came with that as well. So
I believe I have Arkham City on Steam, and I think I've played through it and then kind of quit it.
yeah, it's not as good. I mean, it's still good, but it's not. Arkham Asylum is just so tight. It's just so.
Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, it's very refined. It's the epitome of do more with less.
Yes, it absolutely is. Hey, what's going on, BioPhoenix? It's very tight, short. It feels like it could actually happen in a night. And yeah, it just feels like a good old Batman adventure with a lot more, maybe like a Batman movie. But whereas the other ones kind of drag on past like the 20-hour mark, and it's like, okay, this definitely did not happen in one night, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, that's what I've been playing lately. Brief bit of news. Reggie Fils-aime is retiring. Take a stab at what you think the name of the new guy is.
Of
course,
Pasta Rolli.
No, I shouldn't have even asked because there's a million different options. But the new president of Nintendo of America will be Doug Bowser. Believe it.
Oh, nice. I think they hired him just for his name, man.
Just for the name. He could
Koopa
be
Bowser.
He's the new boss. Yeah.
I guess you could say he's the final boss.
Oh!
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Later, dude. It's going to happen, I think, in April. Let me see where we got the news here. Where is it? I know it's in April. I read it earlier. I'm not going to bore everybody. It's in April. Look at it. April 15th. His last day will be April 15th. Doug Bowser will take over from there. Reggie has worked on a lot of stuff. I got his Wikipedia pulled up here. He started in 2003, where he was the executive vice president of sales and marketing, and then in 2006 he became the president and chief operating officer. That was 2006. He became that. In 2004, he was in the Nintendo's E3 press conference and said, quote, "My name is Reggie. I'm about kicking ass. I'm about taking names, and we're about making games." End quote. He was definitely one of the funnier people in those E3 skits from forever ago. I don't know. Did you ever watch those E3 skits he used to do?
Oh, no, I haven't had the pleasure, man.
He and Shigeru Miyamoto used to do them. I think they did one for Smash Bros. It was just them fighting. And they just do not care. It's so funny. Just knowing, like, because Reggie is huge. Reggie?
I do know that. He is a physically opposing guy you can just tell him when he does those conferences.
Yeah, he just towers over those Asian guys. He is a specimen. Yeah, I think he's got to have been in like football or something. But he's a giant. He's like a linebacker. And he's just playing around playing Smash Bros. You could think like, God, that guy would just pound that guy to oblivion.
It would have been funnier if they kept breaking controllers, so they had like controllers on standby. Like Reggie broke another one.
Yeah. Well, it'll be sad to see him go. He's always been kind of a bright spot, even in the waning days of like you got the Wii U, and it was like not doing great.
Yeah,
but he was always just super fun, and even You know, be really excited about everything, and he sold the Smash Bros, which of course did pretty well. Yeah, he was great. So, hats off to him. We're excited for Mr. Bowser to take his place. Doug Bowser. It sucks that his first name is Doug. I guess I should just call him Mr. Bowser.
I'm pretty sure they.
Because Doug is not an imposing name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, usually in professional settings, they say their last name and put Mr. or Mrs. on it.
There you go. His office has to have a picture of Bowser on it, or like a castle. He has to work from a castle, or else it ain't Nintendo. And then finally, we got a little rumor. It's just a rumor. It's got a little bit of facts behind it, but don't expect anything much. Google's expected to unveil a long-expected gaming project at GDC next month. So they worked on something called Project Stream. They did this in October. They started in October, and they let you use Google Chrome to stream games, including, and the main one that I remember was Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And so they wanted to let people stream that, and apparently Google was developing a game streaming service which has the code name of Yeti, and it could be on Chromecast or something. So it's not like at least according to this rumor, it's not expected to be something like a PS4 or an Xbox or a Switch. It's more of something to stream it from a location, kind of like the PlayStation. What is it? PlayStation Now has it, and I think Microsoft intends to do it as well. By Phoenix says, "Oh, in the recent picture of him on the shelf in the back, there's a plush Mario and Luigi being tied up. LOL." Excellent. That's how I want my Bowser to be. So yeah, potentially a streaming service from Google where you can stream video games to a home set, which is definitely the future. I would argue, is we're going to less and less ownership of physical media and more of a Netflix approach of, here's the games we have to offer, go ahead and take, but you do not own it. Which, positives and negatives. I see both sides of it. The collector people and just in general, you feel you should own a game because you paid for it. That makes sense. It also makes sense from a historical perspective to have physical media that you can then revert back into a library. So you can have, like nowadays, we have Mario games. You say, "Oh, I have it on the NES," and you can show people, and it's there, and it holds its place there. Games in the future might not work in that same way, where it's just all digital, and all that would go away. I can see where that's a negative. There's certainly a lot of positives too, including shelf space. You don't have to fight for shelf space to get your game out there. You don't have to compete with EA or Activision. So I think that's a huge positive that people don't necessarily talk about. There's a lot of little positives, but I can see both sides of it. I'm sure that'll be a growing question of what we accept later on. But I know Microsoft already started doing that with their Xbox. They did. I can't remember the name of it. It's how I played Sea of Thieves. So, yeah, I can see both sides. I'm excited for it though. I think Google has a chance to change the industry, and we'll see if they do it. We'll see if they even do it. Could just be a complete rumor. So we'll see on that one. Anyway, that's all I got. Ninja, you got anything?
I like turtles.
Excellent. Turtles are cool. Well, that's all we got today. Thank you so much for watching, BioPhoenix. Always a pleasure. And we'll see you guys next week. Say bye, Ninja.
Bye.